What's going on, y'all? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 12. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. What is going on? Now, before we get into the video itself, let me let you guys know what we got coming up. Now, tomorrow is the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and it will be on Yakrati's platform on tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So be on the lookout for that. All right. And then on Tuesday, we got our Basketball Wives live on Tuesday afternoon sometime. We'll be talking about Monday night's episode of Basketball Wives. So be on the lookout for that as well, y'all. So y'all know I start this video, all my lives off at the 5-minute mark and stuff like that. So y'all already know this. But before we get into anything, let me see what moderators are in here so far. I see Feisty, Parker Boy, Kendra, Brandon, and the Jail Slayer. Those are the moderators that I see right now. Baby, I've been looking at the internet earlier today. This T.S. Madison and Kaya stuff, baby. It is something else, and I will be doing a video on that. It's probably going to be a pre-record. It's going to get dropped tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon around lunchtime or something like that is when I drop it. So I'll probably work on that video after this one is done. But baby, yes, come on, T.S. Madison and Kaya. Give me something to really talk about before this month is over. So this check will be worth the damn. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay. But Maddie and Kaya are going back and forth, honey. And I got my thoughts on that, but this ain't the video for me to be talking about my thoughts on Maddie and Kaya. We'll leave that for my pre-recorded video. Then I'll let y'all decide whose side that y'all gonna be on when y'all see the video or whatever. Or, don't even tell me whose side you on right now. But another thing that I also want to bring up is that I saw like the preview. They showed like a preview of the next generation with all the housewives kids on there, and I'm really rooting for Riley. I want Riley to win. I'm really rooting for her, and I haven't made a decision on whether or not I want to review that show or not. I don't know if I want to or not. If I do review it, it won't be no live, but I'm not sure if I want to review it or not. It really just depends on if the show was good or not. Because if the show was good, then I'll make up my mind when I watch the first episode. So right now, I don't know if I want to review it or not, but we're gonna see though. Because I'm Team Riley all day. I love me some Riley. Team Riley. Team Riley. I know Riley can read, and I need for her to read them down. Okay. But we gonna see what it's giving. Like I said, I watched the first episode and see what it gives. But right now, I have not made no decision on whether or not I want to review that show. Another thing too, y'all, I was watching Beyond the Gates last night because I haven't watched Beyond the Gates in like 2 weeks, and I was watching it on Paramount Plus, and I fell asleep, y'all. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and guess who I woke up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom, and another show was on, but I didn't have no idea what this show was. So I'm like, oh, this shit is good. It was like a little drama series. I'm like, oh, this shit good. Then I woke up this morning, it was still playing. It was another episode though, and I'm like, this shit is good. Don't y'all know that was The Shy? Little do y'all know I have never watched The Shy before a day in my life. I know that my mother watches The Shy, but I had never seen The Shy before ever. And so this morning was my first time ever just watching an episode of The Shy. And I must say, I was impressed. That's a good show. That's a good show. I might have to finish, I might have to go back and binge watch some more of it. You feel what I'm saying? To see what I really think. But that's that. I know that was a random story. But anyway, we're at the 5-minute mark, y'all, and we're about to go ahead and get into this review. But before I do, I see Yaz up in here. He says, where was it at? Who reads better? And I think damn, that's a hard one. Because Giselle's girls reads down too, honey. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll probably give it to Giselle's girls though, because they can read down, even though Riley can read too. But My mama been raving about the shot for the last 2 to 3 weeks. You need to come back and talk about Beyond the Gates with us. Child, I'm so behind. I'm 2 weeks behind. But I will say that Keith Robinson is doing a great job playing Ted, though. I will say that. But anyway, we're a minute late. Let's go ahead and get into this review, y'all. So we're gonna open this thing up with I think we're at Shamia's house, and Kelly comes over. And Kelly has an idea. She feels like the girls been going through a lot within this group. It's been nothing but a bunch of drama. Shamia going through her friendship drama, and then Kelly been going through her divorce. So she feels like the girls need a getaway trip. They need to get away and go somewhere. And she's thinking about Caribbean type of thing. And Shamia just couldn't get it right. Like, she couldn't get the right country out of her mouth for nothing in the world. But however, she finally realized that it was Grenada. So Shamia is very excited. She says she got friends in Grenada. She got some contacts in Grenada. And then, they also want to, in addition to having like some fun in Grenada, they also want to give back to the hurricane victims in Grenada, because apparently at that time a hurricane came through there and kind of fucked them up. So they want to, give back to the hurricane victims in Grenada and stuff like that. So I love it when they do trips like this where, they go out, have fun, have a little drama, but also mix it in with a little bit of philanthropy, like give back to the country that they're in, do some positive things while mixing it up with the drama. Those are the type of trips that I like to see them do on this show. So I was here for it. I was here for it. I was really here to see that, like definitely here for it. So then, as they're talking about the trip to Grenada, Kelly starts talking about her divorce and how she's been going through this long ass divorce for the past 2 years, and how she has to pay so much money to get away from somebody that she doesn't want to be with. And I feel like this is why people say that it's cheaper to keep her, because they ain't gotta pay for shit. It's cheaper to just stay with a motherfucker versus getting a divorce and paying all this money to get away from them. And I understand what they mean by that. But I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. Looking at Kelly and how she's going through this damn divorce and how it's been so hard for her and all this other shit, that shit be making me scared to get married to folks. Like, I ain't even gonna play with it. Like, it makes me scared to even get to know somebody and want to get married to them. Like, the shit is crazy. Like, I be scared, honey. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be scared as a motherfucker to try to get married to somebody, because when the shit is over and all this other shit, it be like I gotta pay all this money just so I can get rid of this bastard, because I don't want nothing to do with him. And now he want to play hardball and take everything that I got and all this other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got Mary J. Blige, you got married to Ken Do, and she thought that he was the best thing since sliced bread, when in all reality, you feel what I'm saying? He went out and the girl that she made her protege and all this other shit. So it's like, and then she had to come out of her pocket to pay him, even though he cheated on her. And I don't know if she's still paying him alimony right now. Is Mary still paying him alimony? Because Mary is tired, child. And I ain't saying that in a bad way. Mary is tired. She's sick and tired of the damn industry. She's tired of performing. She's tired of going to all these red carpet events. She's tired, okay? She's tired, baby. She's tired. But it was kind of like, I just felt bad. I felt bad for Kelly. Like I said, marriage is, people don't talk about the downside of marriage. Like, all we really see is all we really see is the happiness and all of that other stuff. Like, that's all we really see. We don't never really see like the downside of the marriages. So just to see Kelly going through the stuff that she going through with Big Papa is a hot mess. So I just feel like she'll get through it, though. Let me see. From personal experience, I must have found my person. I'm 16 years in, and 4 years we go through a transition and we figure that shit out. That's just the basis of you That's just the basis of you going, having the right person. Because our relationships, no lie, go through their peaks and their valleys and stuff like that. Like, we ain't gonna act like no one ever goes through anything. Because, like I said, most relationships have their bad times and stuff like that. Like, all relationships do. But at the same point in time, it's just like, when you see people like Kelly going through the things that they're going through, that she's going through, it makes you fucking scared, honey. Because I know I be scared when I be watching women go through the shit that they be going through, y'all. For real. But anyway, I hope that this trip to Grenada turns out to be everything that they want it to be. I promise you, I really hope so. So then we get into Portia. Okay, now Portia, Lauren, and Diane, they help her look for a home because she got to find her somewhere to stay. Portia got to find her a place to stay. Portia is staying with her mama at her old house in Duluth. And, she's looking for her and her daughter somewhere to go. And then, she talks about how her divorce from Simon is way different from her very first divorce that, very first divorce that she had with Cordell. When she had her divorce from Cordell, she ain't had none. She walked away with nothing. She didn't have anything. She didn't have no money. The only thing that she really had to her name was a Real Housewives of Atlanta check. And if you really want to be honest about it and tell the full, honest to God truth, I really feel like Portia being on the Housewives of Atlanta saved her. Just feel me out on what I'm trying to say here. I feel like that saved her life, being on this show. Her being on Bravo, her earning that money. She was able to do music, able to get this weave line and all that other stuff like that. So that's what it was given. So in my eyes, I think that by her being on this show was really a blessing of a lifetime, because I feel like if she wasn't on this show, she never would have been able to walk away from that divorce and be who she is today if she wasn't on the show. So I think that she should be thankful that Nene and Candy fought for her simple ass to stay on this show, because if they didn't, ain't no telling where she would have been and what road she would have taken by not being on this show, because this show really set her up to be where she is today and really set her up to make better decisions and things like that. So yeah, shout out to her for actually, taking care of business this time with this particular marriage. Now, we do understand and we do know that Portia got with Simon for the sake of I'm with Simon, so I can get some of his money and stuff like that. I'm with Simon because he got this lifestyle that I really want to live and things like that. I want to be a kept wife. I want to be this. Remember, Portia was quitting all her jobs when she got with Simon. She quit the Housewives. She quit Dish Nation. She had all those jobs, and she quit all them damn jobs when she married Simon. Like a damn fool, because I ain't quitting my jobs for no man. Okay? Yeah, I ain't quitting my jobs for no man. I don't care how much money he got. I ain't quitting my jobs for no damn man. I'm just saying, I'm not doing it. So she did that. She quit all her jobs, put out a book, and was just pretty much living a life that Simon was afforded her to have and things like that. And now, she had came back to the Housewives of Atlanta. Now she got her Go Naked and things like that. So she is in a better position now than she was when she was in her first marriage. So I can give her that much credit on that. Where we at? So um, she talks about, the girls are going on a trip to Grenada, and she's very, very happy about that. And then that's when Lauren was like, well, are you saying all the girls are going on this trip? And then that's when Portia was like, yes, all of the girls are going on this trip to Grenada. So why you ask me that? And then Lauren was like, listen, at that event, it looked like it was a whole lot of drama. So, I was just asking, was everybody going? Because, with this group, it's a whole lot that's going on. And so Portia was like, yeah, it's a lot going on. But, I think we can come together and have a good time on this trip. And then that's when Lauren brought up the Shamia thing. And then that's when Portia said, me and Shamia had a conversation. We dated our issues at this moment. We know what it is with our relationship. We just need the women in this group to know that we are good and that we are friends. At Portia, you and Shamia did not dead those issues. Y'all just had to hear, bitch. Here's your conversation. Here, bitch. I'm listening to what you gotta say. Here, bitch. We done. That wasn't a conversation. Y'all are not past that shit at all. That was nowhere near a real in-depth conversation that you have with your friend to dead issues. That was not a real conversation, Portia, at all. And you need to know that. You need to motherfucking know that. Like that is no way no real conversation. Once again, you swept things under the rug as you use your marriage as a vessel or whatever you want to call it, as a way to get yourself out of talking about this issue that was going on in the friendship. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. I really feel like that was just your way of just talking about it so we could just get past it and not really deal with the problems at all. We're not gonna deal with nothing. We're just gonna talk about it and move on. But y'all ain't really moved on, and look at where y'all at now. Y'all not even cool now. So clearly that conversation that y'all had really wasn't nothing like timeout anyway. Honestly, it really wasn't nothing like timeout. Y'all really didn't settle no differences. It was still some unresolved issues there, and that's why y'all are in the place that y'all are in at this particular moment, because y'all didn't really have no real conversation. But okay, Portia, that's why you and Shamia be in the predicaments that y'all be in, honey. Y'all don't really talk about nothing. That's not a way to be, and that's not the way to go. Y'all need to talk about it. So Shamia, she does a radio interview with V103 and Big Tigger. Now, if you guys don't know, she actually did a radio show with what's his name, with Big Tigger quite some time ago. It was him and Miss Pat. They all did a radio show together. I think it was like a morning show or whatever. She get on there. She starts talking about her music, and she was saying that this is her first time coming on the show as a musician and not just as a personality. And she got this song that's coming out, and she's very happy about the song dropping. So then they said, well, another one of your cast members, you know what I mean, dropped the record. She was like, who? Drew? And then she starts, shading Drew in her music and stuff like that. Here's my thing with Shamia. Once again, I just got to start it off by saying that I really do like Shamia, and I'm glad she got her peach. But I feel like her anger is towards the wrong motherfucking person. Drew called you a lapdog because you acting like a damn lapdog. Drew called you a damn lapdog because you allow Portia to walk right over your ass and you just sit there and you cry. But when other motherfuckers be coming at your ass, you don't be having nothing to say. So that's why she called your ass a lapdog. And then for you to just get your ass on the radio and start coming for Drew the way that you were, it was like, girl, what is the purpose of you coming for Drew? And once again, you don't have no real issue with Drew. Your issue with Drew is Portia's issue with Drew, and this is why she calls your ass a damn lapdog. And even then, when you did that interview, because I remember when you did that interview last year, I was so damn confused as to why you was dragging Drew in the first place. And my thing was, I was kind of like, I think this is what I was saying when I seen it. I was like, nah, Shamia, please don't make me fall out with you. Because, girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, why are you even spending your time on this radio interview dragging the shit out of Drew for what? And I was just irritated and annoyed by the whole damn thing because of the fact that I felt as though this is going to be another situation where they're going to sit up here and make Drew the butt of the jokes. They're going to sit up here and make Drew be the problem. They're going to sit up here and drag Drew for filth for no goddamn reason. That's what they finna do this whole season, and I'm not with it. I don't like that, and it makes Shamia look like bozo. Like, you really don't have to. Let me just be clear. These people are entitled not to like Drew, okay? I don't want it to come across like I'm trying to force my thoughts and force my opinions and force my like for Drew on anybody, okay? I just want to make that clear. These girls are not entitled to like Drew. If they don't like Drew, they don't like Drew. But if you don't like Drew, please make it make sense. And the problem that I'm having with y'all not liking Drew is the fact that it don't make sense. You mad at Drew for something that you did. You did go back and tell Portia that she said that shit about, the whole this gonna pay for PJ's college fund or whatever. And my thing about it is, you did say that, and you did take it out of context because it wasn't what Drew was actually trying to say. Drew wasn't being negative nor shady when she said that. You took that bone back to Portia, knowing that Portia already wasn't fucking with that girl anyway. You took it back to her knowing that Portia was going to, sit back and go in on Drew and all this other shit. Like, you already knew that. So you can't get mad at Drew for calling your ass a damn pick me. You trying to be a mean girl when the motherfucker you need to be the mean girl to, you ain't being the mean girl to. Portia to sit up here and just shaded the fuck out of you, made you look like a complete motherfucking fool, and you ain't have nothing to say to her, but you quick to say something about Drew. All you hoes is quick to say something about Drew. Y'all don't say shit to the people that y'all need to say something to. You always go for Drew because y'all feel like Drew is the damn easier target. That's how y'all feel. And I don't know why y'all feel like Drew is an easy target. But Drew has made herself be one. But all I gotta say is this, Shamia, you don't want the lapdog title. So if you don't want the lapdog title, then stop barking for kibbles and bits when it comes down to Portia. If you don't want to be no damn lapdog, stop barking and shut the fuck up and be your damn self. Because you're doing too damn much. You doing too much, especially when it comes to Drew. You doing too much. Drew really don't be doing nothing no different than what the fuck y'all be doing. So Britt says that she's working on a line called Bare and Naked or whatever. And then she says that she's throwing like this little country club event to try to launch it. Britt is not giving, y'all. I'm sorry. Britt is not giving. And once again, I'm not Team Twirl. I ain't never been Team Twirl at all. I just call it as I see it. And I'm not one of them people that's hating on Britt just because Kenya gone. I ain't one of them people. But Britt is not giving. And I had high hopes for Britt when she first came on this show. I really did. I had high hopes for Britt when she came on here because I felt like she was finna be a baby Kenya. But she's a baby boy. Okay, I think that everybody else is doing their job on the show. I think that everybody else is giving something like, I think that Shamia's giving, although she's pissing me off. I think Kelly is giving. I know Angela is, and Drew is giving. And I would even say, even though Portia ain't got no storyline, Portia is trying to work for her check, but using Drew as leverage to have a check. But she's doing more than Britt is. Even Cynthia is bringing something to the show. And a lot of people have slept on Cynthia, but I really feel like Cynthia is doing a great job as a friend of the show. I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, and I'm gonna make that point when we go on the panel tomorrow night. But I think that Cynthia Bailey is doing a fabulous job at being a friend of the show. I think she knows her role as a friend, and she comes in, she pops out, she does her thug thizzle, and that's just what it is. So absolutely not. She's doing a great job as a friend of the show. But Britt ain't doing shit but giving us Mucinex mascot. She always sound like her nose is stopped up. Every time I hear Britt talk, I just feel like she really needs to blow her nose when she gets on the damn screen. That's just what I think. She need to blow her nose when she get on the goddamn screen because she is doing she's doing nothing. And then even in her feuds that she's having with people, like she tried hard for a feud with Kenya. She's trying hard for a feud with Angela. Now she's trying to come for Drew next. Like, Britt is not giving, and she's not giving what the girls thought she was gonna give. And shout out to House of Aaron and Bingeworth, because you know I'm friends with them and they be going up for Britt. And I remember when me and Aaron went out a couple of weeks ago. We was at the bar. He was like, "Well, how do you feel about Britt?" I said, "Britt is annoying," and he was really going up for Britt. But baby, no, she's not doing it for me. I don't really with Britt like that. She's not doing nothing for me at this particular moment. Like, I'm not really fucking with it. Like, she ain't giving nothing. Everything is just fake and all that. But yeah, I'm not fucking with her. She ain't giving none. Um, and it's like, and I feel like she's probably the only one that isn't giving us anything as a housewife. Like I just said, I think everybody else is pretty much clocked in and doing their jobs, but Britt is not doing nothing. Like, if she was gonna get Kenya off this show, then she may as well had leaned into that villain role and just. But I don't even, excuse me, but I don't even think she even knows how to be a villain. I don't even think she knows how to be a villain. And I be looking at these girls on these reality shows and see the mistakes that they make being on this show, and being that I'm doing web reality now and I see how they do stuff on reality TV. I do not want to be that person to come across as a goddamn try hard on anybody's show and look like I'm trying to be this person or look like I'm trying to be that person. No, y'all only gonna get authentic Scotty, and that's all the fuck you gonna receive from me on that, on whatever I do. You feel what I'm saying? But I just had to throw that in there because I be looking at it, and it's even like I've been watching Housewives of Atlanta a lot this season, and I just been, and as I step into this new world that I'm stepping into, I'm seeing how Shamia, how she came into the picture. She was like a fan favorite at the beginning, but now people are not liking her no more. And then it's kind of like with Britt, nobody ever liked her. The way that she started off was kind of fucked up. But then you look at Angela and how Angela has been a slow burn, and now she's the fan favorite. So you see how people move, and you see, and I don't want to make that mistake. Okay, I don't want to be not recognizable when y'all see me do my thing, but you know, whatever. Anyway, moving on. We go into Angela and Charles, right? So they go to this house that they're trying to sell, that they put on the market, and they see that ain't nothing really been done to this house or nothing like that. Like, everything that the people said they was gonna do to it, they didn't really do nothing to it. Like, it's still looking the way that it's looking. And she admits that she's in like $2 million in debt. And only thing that I can say about that is I can only imagine being $2 million in debt. That is a whole lot of money to be in debt in. Okay, like for real, for real. Like, motherfuckers like me be shit, be trying to do shit and try to save as much money as I possibly can. But you know, with doing this whole thing of living out on your own and not being back with your family and just doing this all by yourself, it's a challenge, but you know how to make it work. And Angela being $2 million in debt is a lot. Like, it's very crazy for the most part. And then she was talking about how she felt some kind of way about, how they spent damn near $500,000 on the house to give to her mama and her sister, and now they're trying to now they got them another house, and she feels like she wasted money. So they start talking about the beef with Charles and her mom and stuff like that, and all this other shit. So it seems like Charles is really not phased or really not bothered by that whole thing with the mama and the beef and all that other shit. Like, he not really phased by it. He really don't give a damn about it, to be quite honest. I mean, that's the vibe that he's giving me. But I just think that Angela, I understand why Angela is up in arms about this, but I think that she'll eventually get up out of it, though. I think that she would do what she needs to do, to be honest. Like, I think she'll sell a house, she'll get out of the debt just like that. They talk about going to Brit's event. Angela's really not that happy or that excited to go to the event, but she really don't want Brit talking to her husband, really. Like, she could speak, but that's about it. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. It's the housing market, but Angela would be good. Yeah. Brit, shout out to Misbehaving. Shout out to you. She is a content creator, you guys. I've seen her videos before. I think she talks a lot about LAMH, and then sometimes she talks about other things on her platform. So if you have not subscribed to Misbehaving, go right ahead and do so. Britt Edie ain't going nowhere. She embodies the qualities that Bravo, Andy, and production look for to represent Black women. Okay. Let's see. It is, but she can sell one house and be out of debt quick. That's true. Charles is more interesting. Many are intrigued with his distant cavalier exterior. Yeah, him being distant is something that is kind of interesting to me, if you ask me. It is kind of interesting. Like, I know a lot of us be having our opinions about Charles and the way that he be acting when he on camera. He probably don't want to be in front of the damn camera like that. Like, he probably ain't no camera ass nigga. If that makes sense. He probably not no camera ass nigga. So that's probably why we get what we get from him. But I do think that he's interesting. Like, I'm intrigued to know a little bit more about him and why he comes the way that he comes, if you will. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I do get what Nandy J in my comments is saying right about now. I do understand that. But one thing about it, Angela is fine. And when I say that she's fine, I'm talking about body wise. Angela is fine. Okay, she got a body on her. And how old is she? I know she said I'm 43 to be exact. Is she really 43, y'all? Is she really 43? I'm for real. I'm not even being funny. I'm just really asking, is she really 43? Because I really thought that she was like in her like late 40s, like around Candy Nim age or something like that. Because I think Candy just turned 49. So I just wanted to know, you know. Let me see. Charles is definitely not a camera nigga. Did y'all see how he was about to demolish the whole? Yep. Okay. He's very interested in my opinion. I'm glad he's not faking for the cameras. Right. Gerald should have showed up to some of these events at the very least. That is true. Hence why I believe Portia really wanted to and still want to give Charles some of her distant and men. Very intriguing and appealing to many. Yeah, I think it's just her voice. Okay. No shade. I thought she was 50, but she looks good. Okay. Charles is just an older man and don't care about things that don't consider him or Angela. Charles loves Angela. Okay, well, I see where a lot of y'all are going with this. Oh, she just turned 44. Okay. All right, so what else is next here? Okay, let me look at my notes on my phone. So now we're at the Bare and Naked event. Shamia and Britt and Kelly, they do golfing in their little country club clothing and stuff like that. And you know, they just out there having a good, you know, housewife, you know, country club time. That's what they doing. So then Portia arrives and she sees Britt's friend sitting there, and you know, she doesn't really know what she's there for. Britt's friend say that she has this line that's coming out, and you know, she wants to do this event, you know, just to launch it. And then that's when production was like, well, you know, somebody has a name that's similar to yours. And then she was like, I already had my brand for years. Okay, I'm 10 years in with my brand. Go Naked. Y'all need to put respect on my brand. Girl, put some respect on your cooch. Put some respect on it and stop letting everybody in. Anyway, Charles and Angela show up and they are cordial to Britt. So I feel like that's a good start, I guess. They're cordial with Britt. Drew arrives and she is very much so confused about what the fuck Bare and Naked actually is. She's very confused by what Bare and Naked is. She don't really know what that is. Let me see. So then I see Drew and Portia were being nice to each other. You know, I think one of them said the other one was cute or whatever. You know that fake ass pleasantry stuff. Let me tell y'all, I am not a fan of fake pleasantries, y'all. I am not a fan of fake pleasantries. You know, when you see these girls, and I be looking at this shit on TV, and I be looking at it like it's like a real life situation, and we already know that they're working. You know, they gotta get along at some point for work purposes and shit like that. But let me tell you something. I am not a fan of fake pleasantries, y'all. When I don't fuck with you, baby, I don't fuck with you. I don't care if we're at the same event. I don't care if we're here to support someone. I don't care what we're doing. I'm not speaking to you if I don't fuck with you. Like, if you done said all this shit and all this stuff, like, I'm not finna be, when I see you in person, we are not about to do this fake ass, hey, you look nice today. Like, that's what these gays down here be doing. Like, they, that's what these gays in the ATL be doing. I see that a lot, knowing they don't like each other, knowing they've been on like platforms talking shit about the other, and then when they see the folks in person, then they want to be all fake nice and shit. Like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. My face gonna tell it all anyway. Cause it's just like, you speak to me and I'll be like, you don't like me, what are we talking for? And then, when I say some shit like that, then I'm going to be looking like I'm the one with the attitude and shit. But it ain't even about having an attitude. It's just about being real. Like, bitch, you don't like me. So we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, what we speaking for? You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Like, I'm not going to make no scene, but don't talk to me. Like, we good. We can coexist in the same room. You take your ass over there and I'm going to be over here, and talk around me. Don't talk to me. Talk around me. I don't give a fuck. If you see somebody that sitting next to me and I'm cool with that person, you can speak to them. Act like I ain't even right here. I promise you, my feelings won't be hurt. I promise you, my feelings won't be hurt. I'm not finna. Opening my mouth to speak to you is just too much work. I'm not speaking to your ass. I don't like the fake pleasantries and stuff. I ain't really no fan of that. And I know I just really went on a rant. I'm sorry, y'all. I really went on a rant, y'all, but I can't stand when people do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't like me? Why are you talking to me? You don't like me. Like, fuck. So when I saw Drew and Portia doing that fake ass pleasantry shit, I'm like, girl, y'all so fake. Y'all some fake motherfuckers. I swear to God, y'all are. I can't do it. I promise you, I cannot. I can't do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Knock my camera off. Damn. And I had it sitting up the way that I needed it to. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, there we go. Got it sitting the way I needed to. Where we at? So, let me see. Okay. So Britt is annoyed by how the things are going. Now, I'ma say this. Shout out to the dude that worked with Britt. The little gay boy, that that works with Drew. Like, remember that one of the earlier episodes when he was working with Drew. I think I don't know if he was a caterer, her assistant or something, but all I know is that I wanted to fuck him. That's all I know. That's all I know. I want to fuck him. That's all I want. That's all I know. But that's all I was looking at, because I seen him there, and that's all I was focused on, to be quite honest. But anyway, where we at? So yeah, the one with the big booty. That's who I was talking about. The one with the big ass. That's who I was talking about. Misbehaving. So you know what time I was on. But yeah, so where I'm at. So they so housewives get gifts. I guess whatever line she got, whatever she doing, that she give them a gift, and Angela just so happened to get an extra large. And I'm just like, that was shady. Brie knew what the hell she was doing by getting that lady an extra large. Because it's like, girl, you know damn well Angela is not a big girl. What the fuck does Angela need with an extra large? I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's clear that you want to be shady. It's very clear that you want to be shady. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be shady, just own this shit, Brie. Because you know what the fuck you doing. You know what the fuck you doing. Oh my God. Anyway. So somebody asked, I don't know who asked her this, but someone asked her what inspired her line, and Britt said she had gotten a BBL. So in so many words, her BBL is what inspired this whole line that she got going, I guess. So Britt says that Angela said that she could be one of Charles' whores. Why did that come up? I don't know why it came up, but okay. But then Britt and Angela, they make peace. So then Britt and Drew discussed their issues. I think they had like a back and forth that we did not see at Portia's pamper party. And so that's when they were saying that Britt and Drew agreed to have a conversation with one another, right? So that's when shout out to my mama who's in the chat. Shout out to my mama. So that's when Kelly tells Drew, yes, y'all need to have a conversation. And when you have the conversation, you need to tell the truth when you're having a conversation. So then I was like, Kelly, you doing too much. Because what was your point and purpose of you even saying this shit to that girl? It ain't got nothing to do with you. What are you talking about, Kelly? Like, what are you, why are you even bringing that up? So now Kelly was like, I don't really know much about Drew besides the fact that she's a liar. And then that's when Shamia was like, she lies so much, I can't believe that her nose ain't grown yet. Come on, Drew Nokio. That was funny when she called it Drew Nokio. I'm not gonna lie, but y'all calling out here's the thing with this group, and I done said this time and time and time and time again, y'all. Y'all are so quick to say that Drew be lying. All y'all be lying. All y'all be lying. I don't understand why y'all be acting like that. Y'all all lie, but the only person that y'all want to call out for lying is fucking Drew. I don't understand it. And what exactly did she lie about this season besides Michael Jordan being her damn cousin? Because we already knew that was a damn lie. We knew that. It ain't really that serious of a damn lie. But Portia lies all the time. And don't nobody call her ass a liar. She lies all the time. And she gonna lie later on in this damn episode. And that's gonna piss me off. But yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Kelly is another person that started off being very likable, but as we get to the middle of the season, she's not that likable no more. And that's very unfortunate. Y'all are clicking, but you're clicking down for real, for real. So I'm just like, girl, what? So then that's when Shamia addressed Drew to about the whole lapdog comment. That's what she addressed Drew about that. And then Drew said, well, yes, I did call you a lapdog, and I will own the fact that I called you a lapdog, and I called you a lapdog because you went and brought Portia some information that was not completely accurate. You put a little bit of sauce on there, and that is why I called you a lapdog. So Shamia coming to Drew with all this damn heat. And I'm like, girl, you are very frustrated, and you're frustrated with the wrong person, and you taking your damn frustrations out on Drew because you don't want to take them out on Portia. That is really what this issue is. And I'm gonna need for you to sit your ass the fuck down and stop playing with me, Shamia. Okay, stop playing with me because you already know what's going. You know what the fuck going on, and you know what it's giving. This shit that you're giving to Drew, you need to give it to Portia, because at the end of the day, she called you a lapdog, absolutely. But you was doing lapdog shit. You did run back and tell Portia that bullshit, and it really wasn't what Drew actually said. It really wasn't that deep, and you made it deeper than what it was supposed to be. You did that. So if she got an opinion on you, and that opinion is that you a fucking lapdog, then that's just what it's gonna be. You a fucking lapdog. Get over it, Shamia. If you don't want to be called no damn lapdog, then stop being a damn lapdog then. Stop bowing down to Portia. Stop dimming your light down for Portia. You do lapdog shit all the time, but then get mad when a person call you out for the lapdog shit that you actually be doing. Like, girl, what? You do this to yourself. You go up for everything that Portia does. That's what makes you a fucking lapdog. I would love nothing more than for you to not be one. But since that's the place you want to be, I can't save you. It's giving Project Pat. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. I want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want. That's what it's giving. That's what the fuck is giving, Shamia. And then you acting out childish. You like, oh, I don't give a bitch. All this other shit. Like, you doing way too fucking much. Like, you doing too much. All this that you giving Drew ain't even necessary. Because what the fuck is you giving her all this shit for anyway? It ain't necessary. It ain't cool. It ain't right. Get over it. Grow up. Because you're not doing yourself any favors by going after Drew. You're not doing yourself any favors by going after Drew. Shout out to Misbehaving for the 199 Super Chat. Shamia posed as a dog sitting on Portia's lap. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I'm over that shit. You want to get mad at the narrative that people are placing upon you. You got that narrative on you because you placed that narrative on you. It is what it is. But anyway, moving on. So then Cynthia decides to leave, and I don't blame her. And then after that, it was over with. So we get into Drew. And Drew gets ready to sign her recording contract. And now Drew is now a recording artist, a signed recording artist. And I must say that I'm happy for Drew. I am happy for Drew. I'm glad that Drew is signing this deal. I'm glad that she's about to be a signed artist because Drew actually got some good music. I've been saying that from the very beginning. And I know that people be saying that her music sounds kind of dated. And that's not a bad thing about it sounding like it's dated. I can say that some of her music does sound like the music that came out when I was like in middle school. But that's when music. That rain and that wind just came out of nowhere. Shout out to the south side of Atlanta. Because I hear the rain right now. Is that rain or is that damn hail? Which one is it? Anyway, so like I said, that was the best music. Like, I just want to get into some of her music real quick. Throw Us Away is probably my favorite song by Drew. I love Throw Us Away. That's probably my favorite song by Drew. I Got Five on It is a close second because I love that song too. That song I Got Five on It reminds me of when I first moved here to Atlanta back in September. I would play that song every morning when I get up and go to work in the morning. I would play that song every fucking day I get up for work. So anytime I hear Drew's I Got Five on It, I think about when I first moved here to Atlanta. Already Know was a great song. I Did It To Me is a good album. Better on My Own is a great song. I did not like the Lulu at first, but I love that song now. Like, her albums are good, okay? Like, period. Her album is good. So if y'all ain't listen to Drew's album, y'all are missing out on some good ass R&B music. It's really good. She calls Dennis to confront him about the whole thing about him possibly saying that she was trying to fuck for tracks and trying not to pay him for what he was doing for her and stuff like that. And he denies ever saying anything like that and all that other stuff. It's raining hard as fuck out here. All that other good stuff, right? So he says that Drew never made a pass at him, and Drew said that she believes what Dennis is saying and she's gonna move on. So now we get into the last scene of the night, and that is Portia. Portia shows up and we see that phony Faye Faye is back on my screen. And God knows I'm not happy about it. I do not like Phaedra. I don't like Phaedra at all. I promise you I don't. But they go through a lot of like the flashbacks and stuff, and just showing a lot of the old cast and the stuff that happened in season 9 with the again stuff. And Phaedra was like, she regrets how she left the group. Do you really regret how you left the group? Because when you were sitting there at their reunion, you really didn't have nothing to say. You look crazy when you was sitting there at at that reunion, honey, and it looked like you was at a loss for words, child, when you was sitting at that damn reunion. Like, girl, it was giving you didn't have nothing to say. It was giving like, girl, like I got caught up in a rapture and not in a good way. That's what it was giving. So it's just like, girl, was you really, regretting, you deeply feel bad for what the fuck you did? I need to know, is that really the case, honey? Because it really didn't give that when you was going through the shit. But okay, but I feel like this: if you really regret what you did, then why haven't you ever apologized for what the fuck you did? And I'm just sitting in my bed looking at this shit, and I'm like, here she go, already lying. Here she go, already lying. You don't regret shit. You don't regret nothing. The only time if you really regret something, you apologize, but you ain't apologized to nobody. So, girl, bye. And Portia is dumb. This is what I mean by fake pleasantries, fake friendships, fake people. Like, I'm for real though, because, girl, how are you still friends with Phaedra after she set you up for the okie doke? Set you up, told you that lie on Candy, had you bring that shit out on national TV, and you still cool with her? If she could do that to you, she could do anything to you. I'm sorry. Call me a grudge holding motherfucker all you want to, but it's just some shit I can't forgive. Okay? In the words of Aretha Franklin, and I'm willing to forgive you, but I can't forget. Because you done really, 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 really hurt me this time. Okay? Like, there's some shit I never forget. And that right there, girl. Okay? But anyway, moving on. She says through the ups and downs, her and Phaedra and Portia have maintained their friendship through their ups and their downs. Hey, Lyric. And all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, for me, I feel like I don't see how they were able to maintain anything. I don't see how they were able to maintain it. I just don't know how. I wouldn't be able to maintain shit, but that's just me. So Phaedra says she loves Kelly. She got a fetish for, small people, little people, midgets. But, Phaedra got, what is it? Phaedra has a obsession with a lot of things. She has obsession with dead bodies. She has obsession with lions. She has an obsession with pickles. She has an obsession with, donkey booty. She has obsessions with, collection plates and Mr. Chocolate. She has obsessions with light-skinned men like Apollo. She got obsessions with bad wigs. She got obsessions with, being Shirley Caesar meets, Carisha. Those are her obsessions. So who am I to judge her for being, a fake ass hot girl / Christian woman? Anyway, look, if y'all like Phaedra, this just ain't the review for y'all, because I don't fuck with her. She fake. I don't like fake people. Phaedra then says that Britt has a lot of bodies. And I'm like, here we go. Now, Phaedra coming up in here shading people already. And I'm not here for it, because you don't know these girls like that. But see, her fans is going to sit up here and eat that shit up. They're going to eat it up and act like it's the best thing since sliced bread, because she bringing her big lion ass in here shading everybody. And they just going to eat it up. Anyway, Phaedra says that Shamia's good people. Yeah, because Shamia told you that, Portia brought a youthful side to auntie, talking about your ass. So yeah, I'm sure she is good people. You don't want that read again. Portia says that Drew was trying to fuck Dennis, and I see that Portia still running with the lies on that damn girl. This is what I'm saying. Portia ain't shit. When I tell y'all Portia ain't shit, that girl ain't shit. And I'm gonna need for everybody to see that she ain't shit. But you motherfuckers want to get mad when people call her out on her shit. That girl ain't shit. And if I was you, I would never fuck with Portia again. Because she steady out here trying to say that she was trying to fuck on her baby dad. Steady saying that bullshit. And I can't with that now. I can't with that. Ain't no way in the motherfucking hell you gonna sit up here and constantly try to out me as a hoe, and I'm trying to fuck your baby daddy for tracks and shit. And no. Ain't no way. Phaedra says that she thought that Drew liked tacos instead of sausages. Then Phaedra says that she did not know that Charles Oakley was married, so Angela is his secret wife. And so Shamia, Kelly, and Portia, they all invite Phaedra to Grenada, and they're all happy about her coming. And that was pretty much the episode. I can already tell y'all, Phaedra and Portia are about to get on my motherfucking nerves. They're about to get on my nerves. They are about to get on my nerves. So, but I'm going to try my best to keep these reviews light, not so heavy, not so hateful, all of those things. You know, I'm trying not to do it, but they're going to get on my nerves because I can't stand neither one of their ass, okay? I can't stand Portia. I can't stand Phaedra. I can't stand now one of them motherfuckers. I promise you I can't. Like, because girl. Okay? But before we go, shout out to Bingeworthy though. Shout out to my boy Bingeworthy. He was in the he was on the episode. Him and House of Aaron was at that damn event. But shout out to him for being in the episode. That's why he said it's gonna be a very binge-worthy episode, child. But yeah, shout out to him for being in it. But that's about it. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I'm about to start working on trying to get some interviews with some of these ladies on this show. See which one is gonna bite, because I want Shamia, I want Drew, I want Kelly. I really want all the new girls. You know, I really want to interview the new girls because I know Portia would never come over here to do no interview, and I don't want to interview Phaedra. And you know, I'm just willing to see who would be willing to bite the bullet and come over here and do an interview, because I want to interview the girls. I'm finna try my best and not be scared and stuff like that, because you know sometimes I could be afraid to just really go on out there and really get it like I want to. So I'm finna try to get this shit popping or whatever while this show is still on. So I'm out of here, y'all. It's raining like hell out here, but I still got 2 more videos to do. I got to do the after show review, and I got to do my video on T.S. Madison and Kaya. Both videos will drop tomorrow. So while I'm still up and ready, I would definitely do those videos tonight so y'all can have something to watch tomorrow before the panel. Once again, the panel will be over on y'all's page, so be sure to check that out. Let me see what else is going on. I don't know if we're doing a Basketball Wives panel or not. It really depends on how the episode goes. So we'll see that. And yeah, that's pretty much, you know, everything. But y'all, we had over 500 people up in here, you guys. We had over 500 people up in here, and I really do appreciate everybody that watched tonight. Shout out to Misbehaving. She's a fellow content creator. Shout out to her for being here. Shout out to my mods, Norris, Payne, Q, Parker Boy, Sharice, Brandon, Feisty. I think I said Sharice already. The Jail Slayer. Who else was in here? Tracy. Is that everybody? I think that's all my moderators that was up in here tonight. Yeah, I think that's everybody that was in here tonight. Shout out to all y'all, honey. I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate you guys as well. Before we get up out of here, make sure you guys support and Sofa Dog. I'm sorry. And Sofa Dog. Let me see. Before we get up out of here, be sure to support Tremel's album, Lost and Found. His current single, Nobody, is out. And be sure to support Carl's new album, Throat Factory. And that's about it. And if you're curious to know what music, how the music is out, then just stay tuned for the end of the video, because both of their music will be playing at the end, and y'all can make y'all decision on whether or not y'all want to go on Spotify or Apple Music or all of that stuff to check it out. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, your boys up out here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
On some whole shit. What happened to the Zeus fame? Then Bobby made you change your name. For a show, still searching for a ring. Pray these hoes find better days. Cut off everybody, don't trust nobody. Play with everybody, don't have nobody. Cut off everybody, don't trust nobody. Play with everybody, don't have nobody, nobody. Nigga never was a real one. Copping, please, spreading lies, what you hiding from? All these shows just an extra.
Little dance down, twerking on shit like
bad bitch, munch it up, cock goblin. Slapping ass on this dick, cock goblin. Gobble up his dick, bitch a cock goblin. Fuck him in his face, bitch a cock goblin.
attitude bad, but I'm better. Ass poke out just fatter.